What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. We got to talk about Lauri Markkanen because he's having one of the best seasons in the NBA right now. He's having probably a top 15 in the West kind of season. He's been awesome. I think he's been the NBA's most improved player, and I think he's got a really good shot at making the All-Star team. I'm going to break down my reasons why. Before I do, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and if you enjoy this kind of content, please like the video. But let's break down Lauri's season. This is a career year for him in basically every single statistic, and it's by like big margins. Like his previous highest scoring season was like 18 points. That was like his second year in the league. This one, he's averaging like 24 and a half points a game thus far. Okay. I think he's averaging like 24 and a half points a game, 8.4 rebounds, and like 2 assists. And like, you're not going to look too much in the assists for him because that's not his game. But the efficiency and the sniping, everything that he does on the court offensively is just next level, and it doesn't get a lot of love or respect. And he's really been just so under the radar this year, but he's been fantastic. His efficiency right now is 53% from the field, like 42 I think from three, and then 88 from the free throw line. He's basically 50-40, almost 90, which for a big, really, really hard to do. I don't know the last big guy that did that or was even close. And his scoring output is up 10 points from last year, and last year he had a really good year with the Cavs. So I'm not taking away from his last season at all, but the jump that he's made from last year to this year, or just in general in his career, this is the player that was drafted 7th overall by the Bulls that people thought this is who we thought he could be offensively, just being a guy that can go out there, knock down 3 threes a game, elite back to the basket kind of game. Just he's been really, really special in all facets of offense, screening, rolling, popping, just been really, really solid. And it doesn't get any recognition by national media. But legitimately, I don't know if because the All-Star teams are 12 players per conference, right? I don't know if there's been 12 guys better in the West than him. I'll name the guys that I think have probably had a better season than him or are close to it having a better season. These are the guys I would have ahead of him for an All-Star team right now. Nikola Jokic, okay, obviously MVP candidate. Ja Morant's awesome. Zion Williamson has been fantastic. Luka Doncic might be the MVP frontrunner right now. Domantas Sabonis, I just did a couple videos regarding him not too long ago. He's been awesome this year. Damian Lillard, it's Damian Lillard. He's been fantastic. Steph Curry, best point guard in the league. Then you have Anthony Edwards, who I think is deserving this year. He's been really, really good lately. Last like 3 to 4 weeks, I think. LeBron James, it's LeBron James. He's gonna make it no matter what. So I'm not even gonna go into that. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, been awesome. I feel like I think he's averaging over 30 or close to 30. Just been a bucket, efficient, all that good stuff. And then I had De'Aaron Fox. So that's 11 guys that I would put ahead of him, or he's right in the mix with them. Okay. There's 12 spots. He's the next guy for me. I don't know of any other guys in the West that are more deserving other than those 10 to 11 that I mentioned. And in the comments, put who you would have ahead of him, or if you think he's an all-star, or why he's not an all-star, who would you put ahead? Because I think it's a very good discussion to have, because he's going so far under the radar, but like 24, 8, 2 on almost 50, 40, 90. That's got to get recognition. That's got to be an all-star. And if you think about it, the Jazz, they were expected to be one of the worst teams in the NBA this year. Everybody thought they were going to be tanking. They have the 3rd best offense in the NBA, and he's the best player on that offense. So I think the best player on a top 5 offense should definitely get some recognition here. He's making more threes per game than he ever has, more free throws per game. I think it's at like 5 free throws attempted a game. I think he's at like attempting 7 threes, but he's making 3 of them. Still really, really good. It's the highest true shooting percentage of his career by a huge gap, like 67.4%. I think his closest was 61 before. That is top 15 in the entire NBA in terms of true shooting percentage. And pretty much every guy that's going to be ahead of him is going to be a back to the basket, lob threat, like in the paint is where they spend most of their game. And he's going to spend probably half of his game on the perimeter, taking jumpers. So for his true shooting percentage to be that high is insane. And he's top 20 in player impact estimate, which is it's pi, but he's top 20 in that in the entire NBA. I'm going to list the guys that are ahead of him and tell me if you're surprised at this, because you really shouldn't be, but he's in the conversation with these guys. Okay, ready? So we got Luka Doncic. I already said him. Joel Embiid in the East. Awesome. Nikola Jokic, Anthony Davis, but he's been injured. That's why I don't have him on ahead of Lauri, because he's going to miss so many games and availability means something to me. Giannis, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Ja Morant, Zion Williamson, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Domantas Sabonis, Jimmy Buckets, LeBron James, Jason Tatum, Tyrese Halliburton, James Harden, Lauri Markkanen. Okay, so let's look at the guys in player impact that are in the West that are ahead of him. We'll count them. Luka Doncic is 1. Jokic is 2. I'm not counting Anthony Davis. Let's see. You got Steph Curry at 3. John Morant 4. Zion Williamson 5. Shea at 6. Sabonis at 7. LeBron is 8. And that's where it ends. So in the West, he's 9th in player impact. So I think that he should definitely be one of these, second or third wave guys that makes the All-Star team. Oh, or is at least an injury replacement if Anthony Davis isn't playing in that, if they say they give him the nod for whatever reason. But I think Markkanen is more deserving because he's played more games. He's going to probably have played more games. And that's not to trash AD, but, availability means something. I really think he's an all-star this season. In the comments, like I already said, list who you got ahead of him if you think he's going to make it. I think he's been fantastic. Do you think he's the most improved player? If not, who do you have ahead of him? I don't think it's particularly close right now, to be completely honest. I think he's kind of running away with it. So most improved player, all-star kind of bid. I don't think a lot of people saw that as a guy who was pretty much just thrown in that Donovan Mitchell trade to match salaries and make it work and just be a decent player. I don't think people saw this coming. Me, honestly, was not one of them. I thought he was just a good big that could shoot, and he's been a lot more than that this year. So anyway, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you enjoy this kind of content, please like the video, but give Lauri some love. Give him an all-star vote. I think he's been fantastic. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments. But anyway, thank you for watching. I'm done here. Peace.